Hey everyone, JNN coming at you with an investment video this afternoon. For those of you that may have tuned in, a couple of months ago, I did a similar video to what I'm going to do today, revolving around Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray, simply attempting to show maybe some disconnect in prices on the secondary market of Kyler Murray rookies and related to actual NFL performance. Showing Lamar Jackson's progression from year 1 to year 2, and seeing some comparisons in the rookie seasons for each, and showing what Kyler Murray could look like in year 2. Now, especially with the addition of DeAndre Hopkins to the Arizona Cardinals. If you're not understanding where I'm going, then stay tuned. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to switch gears here and do a little baseball comparison. Now, if you're looking at my screen and saying, okay, this guy's crazy, he's comparing Tatis Jr. to Mike Trout, don't worry, that's not what I'm doing. I'm setting a baseline, really. I mean, Mike Trout is far and away the best player in Major League Baseball right now. There is very little question about that. And I'm not comparing Tatis to Mike Trout for the purposes of an investment today. What I am doing is looking at the age 20 seasons of 3 different players in this video. Mike Trout is one of them, and I'm comparing the other 2. So Mike Trout, you can see in his age 20 season, played almost a full season in major leagues, 139 games, 559 at-bats, scored 129 runs, 30 home runs, 83 ribbies. He stole 49 bases, and he hit only .326. Newsflash, Mike Trout is a superstar. Fernando Tatis Jr. Played just about half a season in majors. 84 games, 334 at-bats. Was brought in 61 times, hit 21 homers, 53 ribbies, 16 steals, and he hit .317. So what I'm attempting to do here is I'm comparing games played, so 139 to 84, dividing really 139 by 84 to come up with a factor that I can then use to extrapolate, his actual stats down here, so we can maybe draw some comparisons to just really how good Mike Trout is. So, this doesn't take into account that, rookies can sometimes tire after a full year in the majors. It doesn't take into account the team he was playing for, the players hitting around him in the batting order, same with Trout. Variety of different dynamics that all play a role, but any good experiment has exactly one variable, and in a perfect world that would be just the player, but sports, there are many variables, so not a perfect experiment, admittedly, by any stretch. But Tatis Jr., if we extrapolate, assuming he played a similar number of games, the at-bats are virtually the same. He scores 28 fewer runs than Mike Trout, roughly the same number of hits. Tatis hits a few more homers, drives in a few more runs. Mike Trout has stolen bases by a landslide. Tatis walked less than Trout and struck out significantly more. Typically I would say that's a bad thing. And 182 strikeouts, that's not good. But he did hit .317, and that OPS is actually a little bit higher than Trout in the age 20 season. Now, again, I'm not saying for a second that, Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to be Mike Trout. I don't think that. I think that would be a very flawed idea. Now, what I really want to do is, basically I did that to see how far off am I. And, honestly, I wasn't off as far as I thought. But the other guy I want to take a look at, let's see if I can quit messing around. There we go. I decided to look at Ronald Acuna and Fernando Tatis Jr. So, again, looked at their age 20 seasons since 2019 was the age 20 season for Tatis Jr. and drew some comparisons there. Again, similar factors. As I mentioned in the Trout comparison, it's not a perfect experiment, but I think it will bring to light some things as we'll look into a little bit later. So again, the stats for Tatis in 2019: Acuna played in 111 games, 433 at bats, scored 78 runs, hit 26 homers, drove in 64, stole 16 bases, and hit 293. OPS of 918. For any player, that is a terrific season, especially at age 20. Now, if we extrapolate Tatis Jr.'s stats to equal, again, 111 games, we get this factor of 1.32, blah, 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 blah. And here's how we compare. 441 at-bats, the runs, 81 for Tatis Jr., 78 for Acuna. Very similar numbers. That could even be explained by this difference of 8 at-bats. So, essentially the same player there. Tatis, 13 more hits, 3 more home runs, 6 more RBIs, 5 more stolen bases, 5 less walks, and 22 more strikeouts. But again, Tatis hits 317, on base of 379, higher than Acuna, even with all those strikeouts. Slugging of 590 compared to 552, which, for those of you who don't know, OPS is on-base percentage plus slugging. So it's just the sum of these two. 969 for Tatis Jr., 918 for Acuna. So, you look at that and you think, wow. You could even make an argument that Tatis looks like maybe a little better player. The one thing I will say, first of all, Ronald Acuna Jr., outstanding baseball player. No criticism of the guy. This is not saying Acuna's terrible, sell everything you have now. If you do want to do that, then hit me up, please. But this is simply attempting to show that this trend would suggest Tatis Jr. and Ronald Acuna are not terribly far apart. Now, Acuna Jr. has sustained this, similar success now for a couple years. Like I said, 2019 was the age 20 season for Fernando Tatis Jr., so the jury's out. He could come in this year, hit 250, 15 homers, 50 RBIs, 50 runs, strike out 200 times, and, I look like an absolute fool. That's a possibility. I don't think that's likely, but it's a possibility. Acuna has proven that over a couple of years now that he is capable of, maintaining an all-star pace. So that is what the data here suggests. Now, again, some of the factors that impact this are, who's playing around them. I would argue that both guys have a solid supporting cast. The RBI number, that's really in part dependent on the ability of the guys around you to get on base, the guys before you to get on base. You don't get many RBIs if there aren't many ducks on the pond. The runs, the guys that hit after you, how often do they give you the opportunity to score? Tatis Jr., I've been watching some of his games from 2019 recently, and what I've noticed, the guy gets around the bases very well. And, there are opportunities where, Will Myers, Hosmer, Machado, those guys were able to bring him in, and sometimes they weren't. But Acuna has the same thing with Albies and Freeman, and I do apologize, I'm not as familiar with the Braves lineup. But that's there are several factors that impact these stats. The park they play in. To me, that almost benefits Tatis more because Petco is known as a pitcher's park, and so you'd expect the power numbers might be down a little bit, but they haven't been. So I think by and large they're very similar players, and they both have positive trends. And then Tatis, he's got the kind of the bloodlines too. His dad played for a number of years in the majors, and he wasn't a superstar, but he was a good player. So that brings me to the hobby. When we look at their rookie cards, which I've always been kind of a first Bowman kind of guy. That's the rookie card. I'm starting to change my tune a little bit on that. I think that I still think those cards have value, but I think there's maybe a little bit more to the story now. And so what I did is I went through and looked at some of the Topps product rookie cards that they each have and compared prices. Now, again, Acuna has proven now for a couple more years that he seems like a pretty legitimate player. So there's still that element of risk with Tatis Jr. Full disclosure, I will not argue anyone that wants to make that point. You'd be absolutely correct. But you look for opportunities, and while I think Acuna certainly has an opportunity to increase in value, or his cards have the opportunity to increase in value, I would say Tatis Jr. has more room to grow because he hasn't had that. I wouldn't say that initial spike yet. So I'm looking really at three products in particular that I noticed some disparity in. Looked at some others like Topps Gallery, Topps Gold Label. By and large, the rookie cards were basically the same price. With eBay, you look at sold listings, and one day the card sells for $6 shipped, the next day it sells for $8 shipped. It's kind of the same general range. One thing I've noticed though is a few of the cards there's a little bit more disparity, so we're going to discuss those. The least of the three rather would be the Topps Heritage rookies. In 2018, Topps Heritage issued a Ronald Acuna rookie card, and that card on eBay the last few days has been selling for about $15. If you check out mycards.com, comc.com, you can find that card for a little bit less, which is it's usually the opposite. Typically, you kind of pay a little bit more on COMC, but you can get it right away. With the 2019 Tatis Jr. card was issued in the high number set, and right now you can get that for give or take $5. Okay, give or take a buck or two, whatever. But for the most part, you can get one of those for $5 or less. So that is one card that I might look to pick up some of those. At the very least, it's half of the Acuna, maybe even a third in some cases. So the Topps Heritage high number out of 2019 Fernando Tatis Jr. Take a look. If you can get that for around $5, it might be a worthwhile investment. The next one is the regular Topps or Topps Update set. Now, in 2018, I think Topps kind of went nuts with Acuna Jr. Variations and subsets and all kinds of things. He's probably got 3 or 4 cards in the set. Now, what I've noticed is that on ComC, check out mycards.com, there's one that I think is the same one I've seen on eBay. The one on ComC is selling for about $30, and the one on eBay is selling for roughly $50. And that's looking at sold listings over the last couple days. I'm definitely going to take a look at that And, if there's opportunity to pick up some of those Acunas a little bit cheaper than what they're going for, might do that. However, the bigger point here is that the 2019 Topps Fernando Tatis Jr. card, not the rookie debut, but just the regular Topps rookie, is selling for about $15. So whether you get the Acuna for $30 or $50, again, at the worst case, the Tatis Jr. is about half of the price of the Acuna. Again, it might be a third. It just kind of depends. But condition is obviously a factor. But the 2019 Topps Fernando Tatis Jr. rookie, that's another card I'm going to be looking to buy. Finally, the Topps Chrome. Now, I've always kind of been, I like chrome. I like shiny products. I think they look sharp, especially when they're in great shape, no scratches, etc., etc. I like the chrome better than the Topps paper-based product. It's just my opinion. The thing that I found kind of weird with the Acuna is that the 2018 Topps Chrome Acuna rookie is going for anywhere from $20 to $30. The comps see they're about $25, so kind of put it right in the middle, $25. The 2019 Topps Chrome Fernando Tatis Jr. rookie, again, about $15. So you can either buy a Topps paper rookie, $15, or Topps Chrome rookie for about $15. I'm biased towards the Chrome. I like the look of it better. So that's kind of the direction I'm going. But, if I find a 2019 Topps or Topps Chrome Fernando Tatis rookie for, $15 more or less, I'm calling that a good bet to, to increase in value over the long run. So just something to think about. Again, I'm not saying that Fernando Tatis is Ronald Acuna Jr. at this point in his career. Acuna has sustained it for a little bit longer, but I think Tatis has everything it takes to get there. I'm putting money on him. I would encourage you to do the same. And, I brought out a couple of the Tatis rookies. Very sharp cards. Try and get this so you can see it well. Yeah, that's Topps Chrome rookie out of 2019. And the nice thing is, too, Topps Chrome is always its own base set, but I believe the 2019 Topps is, I believe that's also in the regular set. I'm going to try and get the other one. Yes. One thing also, I am a horrible sucker for parallels. And this is a 2019 Stadium Club Chrome. I absolutely love these cards. They're inserted one per hobby box, so they're not the easiest things in the world to pull, but I think they just look really sharp. So, I picked up that as well. So, that's what I have. If you agree with me, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button and, let me know in the comments. Hey, this makes sense. If you disagree, I don't care. You can hit the thumbs down button. That's fine. But please, I would ask you to leave me a comment. I am more than open to being wrong on this. I'm okay with that. And if you can bring some sound logic, other than the Braves are great and the Padres suck, or, you suck or whatever, just something constructive that helps me understand why you think that I am wrong in my argument, I will not be upset at all about that. I'm perfectly open to, debating that, or maybe I'll say, what? I didn't think that. You're absolutely right. But I think we are looking at two of the game's young stars here. Again, no disrespect, easy for me to say, to Ronald Acuna Jr. I just think that, the Tatis Jr. has a lot to offer. So, again, hit the like button if you would, or the dislike. Subscribe to the channel because I'm going to bring forth more of these videos as I see opportunities in the market. And leave a comment too. I really would appreciate that. And we're all in this together. I know it's sometimes competitive to get certain cards for certain prices, but at the end of the day, it's kind of fun to collect when you hit on that player, whoever that is for you. So again, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. Hope you're all doing well, and I'll talk to you soon.